Hey friends, Shay here. So today I'm here I did a little experiment. So in today's video, we are trying out the second series to be released by Steamship from Seven Seas. It's their imprint that's geared towards women. And so let's talk about their second attempt release. If you're curious about my thoughts on Outbride, which is the first series they decided to release, that will be linked up in the corner. Go ahead and give that a check out. But today we're going to be talking about I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess. So I've read this first volume. It did come sealed. It is explicit. So let's dive in here. So in this series, we're following a woman named Liddy. Liddy was a born and bred Japanese woman who's now in an isekai style world. And in this world, they do practice polygamy. There is a reason for that. I'll get to that later. It's a little deeper in the volume, so I don't want to say why yet. So she's very conservative, doesn't like the idea of sharing a partner, but her father wants her to marry the crown prince. And the crown prince is a known philanthropist, has not chosen any partner yet. To marry the prince, you have to be a virgin. So she decides to take her virginity into her own hands, and she attends this masquerade ball. It's something that a lot of the high society goes to, and she's heard about this one particular man who's very charming, who doesn't ever take a partner for a second time. And so she decides to attend the party, and she is approached by said stranger who has dark hair, and she proceeds to lose her virginity to that man. What she doesn't know is it is actually the crown prince who's used magic to color his hair, because that's all that society needed to hide his identity. And from there, we get the crown prince Friedrich's perspective. And so we get a different take on what's going on. So from here, it's going to be a little spoilery. So let's move on. Let's move forward. If you're not interested in further details of the vlog, or not the vlog, of the particular volume, feel free to stop here. Do know that I did enjoy it, and I do plan to continue in this series. I enjoyed it much better than Outbride. It did not have that rapey, scary kind of feel to it. I'm just very excited about the future of it. So if you don't want to know any more, go ahead and stop here. I won't judge you at all. If you want to know more, keep watching. So now that we're full on into spoilers, let's talk about the magic in this world. So the magic is primarily held by the males in this world. And in it increases their sex drive. So that's why polygamy is a thing. So that their magic can be kind of in control and taken care of. Because sex is the only thing that kind of contains their magic. But with this one, when we get his perspective, we learn that the reason why he was philanthroping around is because he was just trying to do his duty and do his job as a crown prince. And after his night with her, he is the most rested and the best he's ever felt. And if he has that consistently, he shouldn't need another partner. I do think that'll be a thing later, because they do specifically talk about the polygamy aspect in this world. So when he reveals himself as the prince, there's another element to this. He has branded her with his brand. That's something that happens when they lose their virginity. It can only be given, the crown prince's seal can only be given when breaking the hymen of a virgin. And so he was very good to make sure consent for the sexual act was given throughout the entire experience. He did say, "Are you a virgin?" And she says, "What does that matter? Let's go." She did fully consent to everything. The only thing that wasn't consented was the giving of his brand. But at that point, he was so smitten because she wasn't acting like any other woman in high society. He could tell she was well bred, but she was creating all these little social faux pas that are just normal to us in the world we live in, but in their particular world, like, she was just enamored with the food she actually ate, things like that. And he was like, she's who I want. I want her. And so he did that. And then he's like, I need to see all of the prospects that my father had for me. And little did he know, he did not know it was his fiance when it happened. So he was getting ready to break things off as well. But then he realized, oh, it's her. I'm already engaged to her. I need to stop her from telling her dad, because I'm sure that's what she was doing, because he put two and two together. And so he is completely gone and smitten with her. And so I'm very, very excited, because the way that he's smitten with her is done with so much respect and concern. Again, the only thing that the consent wasn't there for was the branding, like his blue rose. It appears on her chest right here. So that is the only thing that didn't have consent. But all of these sexual acts, consent was given. And he didn't reveal that he was the prince, because he was going to track her down and explain anyway. But the fact that they're already engaged is already very convenient. And he's done things like move up the timeline for their marriage. She's still trying to look for a loophole and a way out. But at the same time, she's very drawn to him. He's very attracted to her. He was ready to, like, jump on her and have sex again as soon as he saw her. And he said little things to give her hints before he did the full reveal. And it's just really sweet. I'm very on board with this. If I was going to choose one or the other, I would definitely choose this one over Outbride. Again, my video is linked if you want to know why and you haven't seen why yet. But I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess is definitely high on my collect list. I really enjoyed this first volume, and I'm very invested in the future of it. So with that said, friends, that is everything I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, just because you love me, leave me some sort of crown down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head?